Hello, everyone. It is Stephanie Ponteau, and welcome back to English class. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the class for Wednesday, June 10th, and this is part one of our class. This is the Vision Church Level 2 class. So I am so glad you're still hanging in there with these online classes. And we have one more week after this week, and then we'll be all done. So let's go ahead and get started with this lesson. So part one is going to be page 30. I'm sorry, page 130. So turn to page 130 for me in your student book. And so what we're going to do in this lesson is lesson E. In lesson E, we're going to write a thank you note, and we're going to indent the paragraphs in that thank you note. So that's lesson E. So we might not get to it in this part one of this lesson, but we'll get to it in part two. All right, so let's go ahead and before we start today's lesson, let's look back for a minute. Turn back to page 128. Okay. Page 128. You see that? So look at page 128. We're going to talk about this picture here for just a moment. And now, do you remember who that woman is in that picture? Yep, that's our friend Celia. Absolutely. Um, what is Celia writing in that picture? You think she's writing in her journal, or she's writing a check to pay her bills? What is Celia doing in this picture right here? She's got all her presents in front of her right there. Yes, Celia is writing thank you notes. Now, why do you think Celia is writing thank you notes? Yes, she's writing thank you notes because she wants to say thank you to her friends and family that gave her graduation gifts, right? Yes, because in this unit, it's all about celebrations, right? And so Celia had a graduation and she graduated, so they had a graduation party to celebrate. Okay, so she's writing thank you notes because she wants to say thank you to her friends and family who gave her gifts. Okay, all right, so now we can move on to page 130. That was just a quick review. Now on page 130, lesson E, writing. So this is where we're going to get prepared to write the thank you note for Celia. So turn to page 130. All right, so lesson E, writing. It says, number one, before you write. Lesson A, talk with a partner. Now, you guys know I'm your partner, right? Because we're not together. All right, so talk with a partner. Ask and answer the questions. Okay, so let's just do this together. Number one, did you ever receive a thank you note? Did any of you guys receive a thank you note? Yes, probably so. And I have received lots of thank you notes. I probably get more thank you phone calls and emails than I do handwritten thank you notes because people just don't do a lot of writing anymore. Not on paper and pencil. It's all emails or text messages, right? So I get lots of thank you notes via um, text message. And when you say via means what way? You can take, I went home via the expressway. So via means how or what method you use or which way. So via. That might be something you might want to write in your journal. Via, like what method or what way? What way did you do that? Okay, what way was used to do something? Like I said, I send lots of thank you notes via text. I send thank you notes or thank you messages via text. Okay, so write the word via down in your journal. Okay, via, V-I-A. All right, so number 2, did you ever send someone a thank you note? And yes, I have received lots of thank you notes and I have sent lots of thank you notes. Number 3, in other countries, when do people write thank you notes? Now, I don't know about other countries. This would have been a really good conversation to have in class for me to learn more about you guys and how things, how people express thanks in your country. But I'm sure a lot of the reasons people write thank you notes in your country are similar. You write thank you notes because someone gave you a gift. Sometimes you write thank you notes. I write thank you notes because someone helped me in some way. You write thank you notes because someone helped someone else for you. You know, like if someone helps my child, they didn't help me, but I appreciate it and I'm grateful. So you want to write a thank you note or at least give a thank you phone call or text message or email if someone gives you something or does something for you, just really sacrifices their time and energy for you. Those are really good reasons to write thank you notes. Okay, so let's read the little tip here. All right. So the tip, it says, indent the paragraphs in an informal note. Place the date on the right side. Don't indent dear. And when you at the top of your paragraph or note, whatever, you don't want to indent dear. And dear is your greeting or your salutation, your opening. Okay, you don't want to indent that. You want to indent the first paragraph. So, what does indent mean? Most of you probably know what indent means, but we'll go over it just in case. So, you indent. An indent means to set back away from the margin. So, you know, the lines on the paper is your margin. So, you got a margin on the left side and a margin on the right side. And when you indent, instead of starting right here against the margin, you move over away from the margin and then you write. But the next line, you go all the way to the margin. So indent, this is an indent right here. If you can see that. Oh, I got to get my pointer. Where's my pointer? Oh, no, I don't see my pointer. Okay, well, I lost my pointer. Oh, here it is. Indent right here. This is an indentation. Indent is the verb. Indentation is moving it, is when it's moved over. So indentation is the noun. So here I indented because this is the margins of the page and I moved over away from the margin a little bit and started. Okay, so you want to indent the first sentence of your paragraphs when you're writing notes in an informal note. All right. Okay. And don't indent dear. All right, so exercise B. It says read the thank you note. Dear Aunt Anna. No, Well, let's start at the beginning. June 30th, 2018. Dear Aunt Anna, thank you for the lovely flowers you gave me for my graduation. They are beautiful. I really like the color of the roses. Red is my favorite color. See that exclamation point? That means she said it with energy and enthusiasm. That's what the exclamation point means. She didn't say, red is my favorite color. Nope, you got an exclamation point? Red is my favorite color. Thank you so much for coming to my graduation party. I hope you had a good time. Love, Celia. Okay? All right, so there was one other word that I wanted to talk about that is in this thank you note. Um, it's the last sentence in the first paragraph. Now, you know you have two paragraphs in this note because there's two lines that are indented. Both lines that start with thank you are indented. So you remember I said you indent the first line of your paragraph. So whenever you see an indentation, that means that's the second paragraph. She's about to talk about something a little different. Okay? So, but in the last sentence in the first paragraph, let's see, I hope you can see this, which is, oh, it's hard for me to see, right there. Last sentence of your first paragraph that starts with red. It says, red is my favorite color. Now, favorite, is that a word that you're familiar with? Favorite just means something that you prefer. You prefer over something else, or you like it better. So favorite just means you like it better, or you prefer it over something else, or you like it better. All right. So that is favorite. So if you're not familiar with favorite, add that to the back of your notebook and practice using it. You prefer over something else. That's not a complete sentence, but I just want to give you an idea of what favorite means. Okay? All right, so let's keep it going. All right, so that's Celia's note to Aunt Anna. So let me read this culture note here. It says, it is polite to thank someone for a gift. A thank you note identifies the gift and says something about why you like it. People often write notes by hand, but you can also email or text or call someone to thank them. Okay, so we had a little gathering today for my daughter for her graduation, just a few friends to come over. Everyone had their masks on, and we tried to social distance in the house. But people brought her gifts and cards and money. So she told each of them thank you. And tomorrow I'm going to have her send a text message to the whole group and just tell everyone thank you again for coming and for their gift. So that's always a good thing to do. But when you write a thank you note, there are certain pieces of information you want to make sure that you include in that thank you note. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little in a minute. Well, actually, that's what was in the culture note. It says, a thank you note identifies the gifts and says something you like about it. It says something about why you like it. Okay? So you want to make sure you say that. All right, so let's go on to exercise C. Answer the questions about Celia's note and write complete sentences. So now we've read Celia's note together. Now we're going to Answer some questions about it. Number one, when did Celia write the note? And if you look at the top of her note, it'll tell you the date. And they already did this for us. And you want to write a complete sentence when you answer these questions, okay? You want to practice writing complete sentences. So number one, when did Celia write the note? Celia wrote the note on June 30th, 2018. Okay? Who did Celia write the note to? Okay, look at the letter. Who was the note written to? That's going to be right at the top in your greeting. Dear Aunt Anna. So the answer is Celia wrote the note to her Aunt Anna. So you don't want to just say Aunt Anna. You want to answer it as a complete sentence. So that would be Celia wrote the note. Can you see that? To Aunt Anna. To her Aunt Anna. To her Aunt Anna. Okay, awesome. All right, question number 2. Who did Celia? Oh, I just did 2. I'm sorry. Number 3. We're on number 3. So number 3 says, what did Aunt Anna give Celia? Well, the first sentence in her paragraph says what she gave her. Thank you for the lovely flowers. So the answer is Aunt Anna gave Celia some flowers. Or you could say Aunt Anna. Excuse me. Aunt Anna gave Celia some flowers. Okay? All right. And then the last one, number 4. Why did Celia like the gift? Why did Celia like the gift? And you look in the first paragraph, after she thanked her, she said what she liked about them. She said, they are beautiful. I really like the color of the roses. Red is my favorite color. So, why did Celia like the gift? She liked the flowers because they're her favorite color, right? Yes. So we'll say that Celia, remember we got to write it as a complete sentence. Celia liked, what was the gift? What did she like? She liked the flowers. And what word do we use when we're going to tell why, the reason why? Because. That's the word you want to use when you're going to give the reason for something. So Celia liked the flowers because they are red. Okay, you can stop right there. You can just say she liked them because they're red, or you can say she liked the flowers because they are red. Pause. Which is her favorite color? So you don't have to do this part, but that's giving more information about why. Because red is her favorite color. So, up. Okay, all right. So that's number 4. Celia liked the flowers because they are red, which is her favorite color. Now, if we were in class, we would get in our groups and we would talk a little bit more and share information about some of the gifts we have received and the thank you notes that we wrote, and why we liked those gifts or why something is our favorite. Um, let's say, like for example, Favorite was a word we talked about. I mean, it's something that you like or you prefer over something else. Like, do you guys have a favorite color or a favorite dress or a favorite style of clothing or something? My favorite color is yellow. I really love yellow. And so this is kind of practicing for the note that you're going to write. You're going to say what you like and why you like it when you're talking when you get ready to write your thank you note in the next lesson. So, for example, my favorite color is yellow. I like yellow because it reminds me of the sun, and it just I feel happy when I look at the color yellow. And that's really why it's my favorite. So, in the last 3 homes that I lived in, I painted my kitchen yellow because I spend a lot of time in the kitchen and it just makes me feel happy when I'm looking at a yellow room. And so that's why yellow is my favorite color. All right, so let's see. So, anyway, I just wanted to practice explaining why you like something and talking about your favorite thing is a way of practicing what you're going to need to do when we write the thank you note. Because in your thank you note, you need to make sure that it includes the thank you, what the gift was, and why you liked it. Okay, but we will go over that in part 2. So, anyway, thank you for coming to class. I hope everyone is safe and well, and I will see you in the next lesson. Thanks. Bye bye. Take care. And don't forget to leave a comment in Facebook. It's still very important.